Hello, this is architect Prajwala Gatale, here to fill in for the video submissions for my Syracuse application. So, the question stands, what according to me is the biggest challenge in architecture? I feel it's the art dying in architecture. The sense of uniqueness is lost. Modernism is being perceived in a wrong way. The architecture practice today, it's creating a mockery of what true architecture is. Yes, contemporary architecture did come up to address the bug fixes in modernism. But are we really practicing contemporary architecture though? Today, when said that contemporary architecture is being practiced, I believe it's just old products but new packaging. The real essence, the real principles of contemporary architecture are not practiced. Contemporary architecture had many styles: classical revival, contemporary vernacular, neo rationalism, deconstructivism, minimalism, expressionist architecture, and they have their own set of principles. Today, an architecture that we practice, we need to walk on those principles. We need to consider those principles. In all these styles, one of my favorite styles in contemporary architecture is neo-rationalism. Neo-rationalism actually looks back to rationalism in 1920. Rationalism did not catch an attention because modernism overshadowed it. And in 1980s, when architects like Aldo Rossi realized the problems in modern architecture, they came up with a solution that is neo-rationalism. In fact, the principles are very well stated in the book The Architecture of the City, 1982, by Aldo Rossi. These principles are better manifested and used by architect Mario Botto in his projects like Museum of Modern Art and Every Cathedral. The Museum of Modern Art San Francisco is a very good example because it walks on the principles of neo-rationalism, and it has both the examples, Every Cathedral and Museum of Modern Art San Francisco. They are designed on these three basic principles: use of pure geometric forms, use of brick, and use of glass. In Museum of Modern Art, the Museum of Modern Art is a rectangular box placed in the cityscape. It stands out because of two reasons. Because of its huge scale and use of brick, it stands out very uniquely. Like I said, here the art is not dying. And the in the center, there's a cylindrical skylight protruding outside the building. This skylight represents modernism, respects modernism, whereas the use of brick and use of pure geometric forms is looking back to history of architecture, that is European architecture. European architecture, when looked at, for example, the Parthenon, is about use of pure geometric forms, if you think like that. And here, the architect Mario Botto has done the same thing. Even in Every Cathedral, it's a cylindrical, tall, standing cathedral, made of brick. The use of brick gives a warm feeling in the building, and there is a radially placed rhythmic windows used of glass. That is again modernism for part of light to enter the building. So this is how we need to practice architecture, and we as architects, the community, have to endorse this style and these principles. Thank you.